Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new video, back for a little laid back chat about Stranger Things. Yeah, that little show that aired back in 2016 and generated lots of excitement for us 80s fanboys and fangirls. And the question that's been going around for years is, will we ever get a proper physical release for Stranger Things? Well, I just want to talk a little bit about it and explain how I think it's going to go with the physical media after season 5 at the end of this year. So let's chat about it. Okay, so Stranger Things has been an absolutely huge hit for Netflix. And although there's only been 4 seasons over 8 years, is it? I think 8 or 9 years. 2016 was the first season. We are due to get season 5 at the later part of this year. And so it's, obviously been a good 9-year run for 5 seasons. The kids have grown up, they're drawing their pensions. Some of them have got mobility scooters. But it's been a wild ride. And we're hoping that season 5 is going to be an absolute corker. From what I understand, season 5 could be split into 2. There's 8 episodes, so we could be seeing one section of 4 and another section of 4 at the later part of 2025. Originally, it was penned to come out in about July, but I think the latest news is that we could be seeing it around about October or November time. But the good news is that each episode is going to be roughly 2 hours long. So it's going to be like 8 2-hour movies. So that's going to keep us interested. Yeah. Back in 2017, they started to release Stranger Things on physical media. In America, I think these were Target exclusives. So they released them as VHS, kind of like duplicates, as a throwback to the 80s. And these are pretty cool editions. As I say, this made to look like an old VHS tape. The cardboard one. They've made it look like it's worn over the years. As you can see down the side there. Discoloration as well. And yeah, it's a really cool edition. And when you take it out, you get the VHS tape there. It's not a VHS tape, of course. It's just a box. But it's made to resemble a VHS tape. And then when you open this up, you've got a series of Blu-ray discs there, and you also have DVDs in there, as well as a few extras, a few books and things and that. So yeah, that was like season 1, and that was quite a big hit for Target. They then released season 2 in a much chunkier plastic container, like the old clamshells. Again, made to look like an old videotape with like worn covers and things like that. Really thick. Again, we got like all books inside and the discs as well that just come out, and you've got all the discs in there. And yeah, this was also a hit as well. Yeah, this was also a hit as well. But they are big, they are clunky. They are made to resemble VHS tapes. And then that is it. They did 2 seasons. They didn't do any more. They did them in 2 different versions. You had a Blu-ray and a DVD version, which is the one that I've got. And they did a 4K, I think a 4K in a Blu-ray or a 4K in a DVD version. Which you can still buy them. You can still buy them on eBay. Pretty cheap, I think they are now. Because, there's so many out there and they've been out for ages. But they stopped at season 2. Now, when it comes to Netflix, obviously, they want viewers. They want people to watch their shows the same way as Disney wanted people to watch the Star Wars shows and the MCU shows. So that might have been a reason why they stopped releasing them on physical. Also, as I say, they were Target exclusives. So maybe Target decided not to, take on any more seasons. And if they're going to release physical media while the show's still running, then that's going to take viewers away from the streaming platform. And that is why I think they actually stopped at season 2. Because as long as it's on Netflix, you're going to get viewers coming in for it. You know, how many people are going to be watching Stranger Things season 5 on Netflix? It's going to be record numbers in the millions, hundreds of millions. And even running up until the air date later in the year, people are going to want to go back and rewatch the entire run from episode 1. So you're going to get repeat reviewing, you know, from so many people. So now is not the time to release Stranger Things on physical media. But after 2025, when season 5 has run its course, give it a couple of months, that's when I think they will start releasing them. How will they release them? I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't think they'll go down this route again. This was kind of like an experiment. But I think they realise, you know, for people's shelves, they're over... You know, they're taller than DVDs. They're thick, they're chunky. It's kind of a novelty thing to release it as a VHS. So it's nice to own these as like novelty VHS throwbacks. But for a proper physical media person and a collector, they want them on the shelves that they can display, that will fit in the shelves as well. Now, I do have some bootlegs. Yes, I have some bootleg covers that have been made up for the first 4 seasons with some really nice artwork. I think maybe the physical standard Amarays will be released maybe in the first quarter of 2026, maybe summer of 2026. And I think they'll release Amarays like these, maybe with slipcovers, but this type of artwork. Hopefully they'll be numbered on the side as well. So I think that's what they'll do for Amarays. But also, will they release them on Steelbook? Because of the ever-growing number of people that love Steelbooks and buy Steelbooks, you only have to look at the Disney ones, the Disney Plus shows, the Star Wars ones like The Mandalorian, and all the MCU ones. We never thought that Disney Plus would ever release these shows on physical media. Because, you know, why? You want people to go on your streaming platform. You want people to watch your TV programs and your films on your streaming platforms. If you release them on physical media, you're taking away that opportunity. But they did realise that so many people wanted them on physical media, and also they were losing a lot of money. So they had to get some money in somehow. But this was a really great idea, releasing stunning, state-of-the-art images on these steelbooks that are absolutely beautiful. And I'm hoping that they do the same type of thing with Stranger Things like this, you know, absolutely gorgeous artwork that you can't find anywhere else. Also in 4K with like Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. So I hope we get a series of steelbooks that would show Stranger Things in its best visual and best audio. As for how will they release them if they are steelbooks, we could get them individually like the Disney Plus shows, or we could get them like the Pirates of the Caribbean. We could get a box like this with, you know, the individual steelbooks inside. They could, for collectors' purposes, then go down the tin option and release one of this type of thing with like 5 or 6 options, depending on how they split the seasons up. So really, realistically, we would get 5 steelbooks, which they've done before on things like Superman and other ones. Jurassic Park had 6 steelbooks in, so they can easily do that. And that's what the collector wants. The collector wants something to put on their shelf, something that they can put in their player and actually watch. And once Stranger Things Season 5 has run its course and everybody's seen it and the viewing numbers have diminished, then that is the time to release it on physical media, because they know they will sell. They will sell like hotcakes. And especially if you give the audience different variations of what you're releasing, whether it be Amarays, box sets, you know, steelbooks, then that's the way to hit the market. But until that time comes, at the moment we are stuck with a few viewing options. We can either watch 2 seasons from Target on either Blu-ray or 4K. We can watch a bootleg, which I think a lot of people probably own. Not that I ever watched this. or you can just watch it on Netflix. At the moment, I think Netflix is the better option. If you've got the 4K box sets from Target, then that is the best option for the first 2 seasons. But then you're going to have to go over to either the bootleg versions, or you're going to have to go over to Netflix. So I think for this year alone, I think it's going to be the Netflix option to rewatch Stranger Things in the best possible quality, and to have a continuous run so you know where you are in the episodes. So that was just my thoughts. I could be completely wrong. You know, this time next year, I could be looking back at this video and thinking, whatever made you think that they were going to do that? Who knows? We don't know. But that's my thoughts. I think we're going to get Stranger Things physical release in either the first quarter or the second quarter of 2026. Once everybody's watched it on Netflix and the viewing figures have, you know, gone down a little bit. So there we go. So that's my thoughts. What's your thoughts? Stick it down in the comments. As always, I love reading everybody's comments, and I'll try to reply when I can. If you did like the video, like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. And I'll see you on the next video very soon. Bye-bye.